If you have watched my previous video, you know this is part of a series I have been moved to share in the hopes many will not only realize who Sister White truly is, some that already knew of her will wake up from their prophesied slumber and get out of their apostate churches before it's way too late to do so. Notice what she said in 1884. She said that the laborers will be qualified rather by the unction of his spirit than by the training of literary institutions. Men of faith and prayer will be constrained to go forth with holy zeal, declaring the words which God gives them. The sins of Babylon will be laid open. And then listen to what she says here. She says, the fearful results of a union of church and state, the inroads of spiritualism, the stealthy but rapid progress of the papal power, all will be unmasked. And so as you look around at all the facts laid out there regarding the activities of the man of sin in Rome, most can now see the prophecy of 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 3 has been fulfilled. And most people can see the great falling away from truth. And even now the common man can see who the man of sin is just by watching the daily news reports from Rome. But what nearly every Christian ignores today is that it was also prophesied most are going to deny that Jesus Christ said to keep the church and state separate. They defend their church leaders under the American 501c3 contract, as well as all the other nations with their 501c3 equivalents. I mean, seriously, if you look at this for what it is, in order to get a 501c3, you have to join your church with your state, just like Rome did. It's a church and state. And how do I know they ignore all this? Well, first of all, I have eyes to see, and I know what Lyndon Johnson did in 1954 with the 501c3. And I know how Bush gave it a legal life in an executive order in March of 2006, as well as when Trump made it permanent law in 2017 that granted all the pastors the power to lobby for religious law. And so I can see how the preachers of filthy lucre were cultivated in my own nation. But later on, when I discovered Ellen White's writings, I see that she saw it before it was ever even placed in Lyndon Johnson's mind to do such an evil act. And then she commented on how all the churches in bed with Rome are going to ignore this. Notice this. She said, the world is watching our movements with greater interest than we imagine. Many see that what we have told them in regard to the curtailing of religious liberty in our own country is coming to pass, although they have denied that such a thing was possible. They have said, when we see that which you predict, when there is a danger of union of church and state, we will acknowledge that you have the truth. But will they acknowledge it? Will they accept the situation and know that the end is near? Protestantism is reaching out its hands to clasp hands with popery, and every indication makes manifest that the prophecies are about to be fulfilled. And now men are looking upon those who keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus to see what will be their course. Oh, that all may arouse and manifest to the world that this is a living faith, that a vital issue is before the world, that Jesus will soon come. Let men see that we believe we are on the borders of the eternal world. But again, they ignored it. And she even predicted they would ignore it. She says, will they acknowledge it? No, they didn't. They're staying in the 501c3 churches and ignoring all this. Many in the Seventh-day Remnant movement have been warning people in the Seventh-day Adventist Church for decades about their long prophesied union of church and state. And that state they joined with is actually the second beast of Revelation that's going to go forward and push the mark of the beast first on earth. Yet the overwhelming majority of those we have warned ignored it, just as Sister White said they would. Please pray for those precious souls. For as we look at the signs of the times all around us, we know that the Lord is a lot closer to returning than anyone alive could ever have imagined. Thank you for watching. God bless.